Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that help me grow as a person. Getting straight into the video. Number 1 is letting go of people. You know exactly who I'm talking about too. There are certain relationships that you may have that need to go. Something for me is I strive for connection and I just want to, be friends with everybody. But not everybody was meant to be friends with me. It took me some time to realize that I was voluntarily giving information about myself when nobody asked. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, we're connecting. We're building a friendship. But they didn't ask. They didn't ask you nothing. Oh, they're not living up to what I made in my head. Because a lot of us tend to fantasize about who they could be or the potential that they have instead of who they actually are. And this is a little bit embarrassing for me to admit, but I used to feel like they changed, but they didn't, because I would go back and look at the text and see it was my energy the whole time that was making the conversation what it was. Nothing about them had changed, but I would still hold on to these people because I thought maybe we could build a connection. Maybe they'll get a little bit better in the future, or maybe they'll see me as whatever. But pay attention to how they treat you and how they talk to you. Right out the gate, if they're not giving you the same energy, let them go. Number 2 is setting boundaries. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I struggle with being too nice. I used to go out of my way for people, stretch my neck if I saw that they needed something. If they had mentioned that they liked something like Harry Styles, I would go out of my way and be like, hey, did you hear this new song that he just dropped? Oh, I got you this t-shirt with his face on it. And eventually people got used to me being the overachiever in a relationship. And sometimes that led to me being used because they knew that I had an issue with saying no. When you constantly allow people to walk over you, it drains you and it burns you out. You don't owe anyone anything. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I still remember the first time I declined an offer from someone that they thought I was going to jump on, and they never spoke to me again. This kind of ties into the third thing that helped me grow. Number 3 is stop people pleasing. I had to be okay with the fallout of not doing what people expected me to do. It can be hard for someone who genuinely cares for other people to not try and help or even to just take a load off someone's shoulders. But at the end of the day, you have your own issues and you don't have to go above and beyond for other people that wouldn't do the same for you. Number 4 is meaning what I say. I feel like all of these are kind of the same. There would be times where people may have put me in an uncomfortable situation and I would kind of vaguely try to excuse myself or try to beat around the bush of what I actually wanted to say. And people notice that unless you flat out tell them what you want and what you mean, they're going to try and put words in your mouth. Now, the delivery of how you say what you mean to say can vary, but be intentional with your words. Number 5 is minding my business. A lot of people tend to use social media as the main place to go for gossip. I like a little something juicy every now and then, but it's not helping you. What is the benefit for you? Entertainment, and that lasts for how long? Now, there's a difference between the gossip and actually staying in the loop when it comes to current news. I think there's a difference, but I'm talking about gossip. I think a lot of celebrity scandals and other things like that just take up a lot of space in your mind. It's useless and it doesn't really help you in any kind of way. You can be using that mental storage for something else. Depending on what it is too, I think that it kind of portrays you in a bad light depending on who you're talking to or what you're talking about. At the end of the day, I think it's just better to keep to yourself and avoid the drama. But that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this far. Bye.